Between the waters of the Indian Ocean and those of Lake Victoria, which is the largest lake on the African continent, is found one of the most beautiful countries of East Africa. With an area of about 500,000 square kilometers, Kenya still preserves today one of the greatest treasures of the world's wildlife. The national reserves and large beaches of the Indian Ocean make Kenya a usual destination for world tourism. Its capital, Nairobi, is a cosmopolitan city, hosting the headquarters of 2 United Nations agencies, as well as many financial institutions and a great number of companies. For many centuries, the cities of Mombasa and Malindi were essential points for the trading routes between Asia and Europe, used by Chinese sailors from the beginning of the Christian era. They became the cradle of different Arab kingdoms through the centuries, and were also part of the Portuguese and Spanish empires from the 16th century onwards. Today, there are still constructions from these periods, such as Fort Jesus in Mombasa, which was built by Philip II, the Vasco da Gama Pillar, or the chapel where St. Francis Xavier used to celebrate Mass during his stay in Malindi before departing to India. The northwestern part of Kenya is one of the most remote and yet beautiful regions of East Africa. Turkana is a semi-arid land covering 77,000 square kilometers and bordering Uganda, Sudan and Ethiopia. Its inhabitants are mainly pastoralists who live almost exclusively out of livestock, keeping goats, donkeys, camels and cows. The many droughts that attack the area make Turkana a very difficult place for the survival of its people. The presence of the missionary community of St. Paul the Apostle and Mary Mother of the Church in Turkana goes back to 1986, when in response to a request by Monsignor John C. Mahan, the then Bishop of the Diocese of Lodwar, we visited this remote territory of northwest Kenya. In 1987, 2 women from our community went to Luaringa Mission in order to carry out an extensive health program covering an area of more than 10,000 square kilometers with about 45,000 inhabitants. From then on, the project has included a mobile clinic at 21 different points and a network of 6 primary health dispensaries. During the mobile clinics, we make periodical checkups of the mothers and children. We also carry out immunization campaigns for the children, and we educate mothers on questions related to basic hygiene and health. One of the priorities of the project has been to tackle the problem of malnutrition in the area by means of establishing a rehabilitation nutritional unit. Another initiative focused on the eradication of malnutrition among children has been the establishment of nursery schools in the different population centers.
This is a nursery, and we have 11 nurseries around of this area here in Ariokotome. The aim of this nursery is to prevent the malnutrition of the children. And then they come here in the morning at 8 o'clock until, what time?
Until morning up to midday, 12 noon. In the afternoon, from 2 up to 4 p.m.
And during the children, they stay here. We give in the morning, 8 o'clock, porridge with sugar, and after we give kidere, it's beans and maize. and some days we give rice with fish. And when the children are here, we try to make an effort that the children clean their hands, clean the face. We tell them it's very important, the hygiene.
At present, 33 nursery schools are being run in the 4 parish territories assigned to the MCSPA. With an average of 50 to 60 children in each nursery school, the primary objective of these is to ensure that the children receive some food every day and education on the production of food.